My neck is itchy and I don't know why. Ignore those sirens. What's up guys and welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing a life update for you guys. A vlog, I suppose. With just me sitting down, chatting with you guys, putting pictures or videos up every now and again of what I'm talking about. I'm not the type of person to vlog where like I take the camera with me everywhere because I just feel awkward doing that. So these are gonna be my type of vlogs where I just sit down, chat with you, and catch you up on what's been going on. If you want to see more vlogish videos, let me know in the comments down below. I don't know if you guys like these videos unless you actually like the video or comment and letting me know. That's why I do them very, I guess, spread out. I don't have a lot of vlogs up here. Anyways, what I mainly want to update you guys on is the whole house business. Well, not business, but like the whole house stuff that I'm going through. Some of you guys may or may not know, I have mentioned it a little bit on the channel as well as on my Instagram, where I'm currently house hunting. I'm trying to get a house, buy a house. Right now I've been living in an apartment. I've pretty much been living in apartments for I think almost 20 years. Like 15 to 20 years. That sounds like a lot. That's a lot of years living in an apartment. I could have like bought a house by now with that money. But yeah, I just think it's time to move. Literally, it's time to move on. Literally. The main thing that I want to obviously update you guys on is like the status, like how's it been going, things like that. So I've started the whole house hunting, I think back in September, but obviously I'm a first time house hunter. I'll be a first time house owner. So I don't know how, I didn't know what to expect, all right? I didn't know the process was going to be so fast. Like as soon as you get pre-approved and as soon as like you find a house that you want to put an offer on, everything goes by so fast. And I was like, whoa, hold on. I can't do this right now because I still have like months left on my lease. I technically started in September of 2022. Now we're in April 2023 as I'm filming this video. The first house that I tried to get, well, let me tell you, I thought like, obviously you're gonna think like, oh, this is the one. Yeah, that's what I thought too. So this first house, it had everything I needed. It had the 3 bedrooms. I'm looking for a minimum 3-bedroom house. Location was a way better location than where I've been living all my life. I'm getting boogers. Hold on one second. Mocha, mocha, mocha. But I hope my nose doesn't bleed on camera. I've had like 5 nosebleeds the past week, but I have a deviated septum, so I'm more prone to nosebleeds. Anyways, so this house had everything that I needed, everything that I wanted in a house, right? It was a 3-bedroom. It had all of the, I think it's called amenities, like your stove, your fridge, washer, dryer, freaking microwave. It even had a dishwasher in there. I can care less for a dishwasher. I probably wouldn't even use it, to be honest. But it had like all that, which I needed, right? Because I don't have the money at this time to buy those things. It looked brand new because it was rehabbed and everything. The thing is though, right, I probably had already posted a video on the screen of what it looks like. It was really beautiful. It looked so nice. And I was like, this is the one, oh my God. Mind you, this was the first one that I put an offer on and everything. So when we went to go look at it, I'm not looking at the ceilings, right? I'm not paying attention closely to the walls, like the physical walls, you know, looking at them and things like that. I was just too excited to pay attention at the little things, right? Bad idea. Long story short, this house was very beautiful. As you can tell from the video, it was very beautiful. The thing is, all they did with the rehab was a facelift. That's what I just started calling it. Like, they just facelift the house. They didn't do anything to the attic roof situation. Half of the roof was kind of caving in. There was white mold, which is worse than black mold. White mold turns to black mold, but white mold is the beginning of it, which is worse than black mold. There was a lot of white mold in the attic. The foundation was fucked pretty much. So try to picture this. So here's the house, right? The house is on the floor. It has the crawl space, foundation, everything. There's like little walkways on the side of the house, right? Cemented. and things like that, and like 1 or 2 stairs leading up to the main entrance of the house, right? Cement as well. So there's all that around the house, right? The thing is, all of that around the house on the outside, because the foundation was so fucked, it was all kind of sinking inward at a weird angle going down into the house. Does that make sense? Yeah. So there was that. The wooden structures to hold the foundation were all terribly rotted. The metal structures, like the metal beams to hold the foundations, were terribly, what's the word? Rusted. And they're going to get rusted, right? That's normal. But these were like about to break, kind of rusted. Like it would be extensive repairs to fix all of that, which I obviously don't have the money for. The seller didn't want to fix it. So I was like, all right, well, I don't want it. That was that. That's what happened with that one. I was really bummed because I was like, I mean, obviously I'm over here thinking, oh, the first house I'm going to put an offer on is going to be the one. How can I be so lucky? No, I was not. Because now we're going in the second house, right? So the second house, it wasn't a 3-bedroom, which at that point I was already like discouraged because of the first house, right? So the second house wasn't a 3-bedroom, it was a 2-bedroom. But it looked really nice. It was, I think the ceilings were built upward, like into the roof, if that makes sense. I'll be showing pictures so you can see like the way the ceiling looks. It was built up onto the roof. So there's no actual attic space because the walls or the ceilings are already there where the attic would be. So because they built it like that, that was my agent. We're talking about the appraisal right now. Here, let me just mute my phone. Don't want to be rude. Getting text messages right now. So because the walls were built up, I guess, to where the attic would be, it was a small house, 2-bedroom, but because they built it that way or rehabbed it that way, it felt very open, right? It was very cozy, as you can see from the pictures. By the way, that seller knows how to decorate. Okay, but the thing is, she had a lot of plants and they were real. So because she had a lot of real plants, there were a shitload of ants. I wouldn't say a shitload, but there were a good amount of ants in there because of all the plants that she had. So that one was a very cozy house. It was a 2-bedroom, but I was like, I'll deal with it, right? I can make some like part in the living room as like my shop area, like where I keep my things that I sell and things like that. So I already had like the ideas, like I was already planning in my head of, okay, this is 2 bedrooms. How am I going to use the space to my, I guess, advantage? Or how am I going to best use the space that I have available with it just being 2 bedrooms? So I was already brainstorming at that point. So that one, again, was very cozy. It looked really pretty. It was rehabbed and all that stuff. There wasn't an attic, like I said, so there wasn't any issue with like, oh, mold and blah, 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 blah. The roof was fine, right? The roof wasn't caving in or anything like that. However, with this one, the foundation, right? Which is one of the foundation, I would say, is more important than the attic issue because the foundation holds everything. The attic is just the attic, right? But the foundation, you gotta make sure that one is nice and fixed and good. So with this one, this house, the second house I'm talking about, that one was over 100 years old. So it was old, right? So with that in mind, I was already thinking, oh, this foundation's probably going to be fucked too. Like this one's older than the other one, than the first one. So what am I gonna, what are we going to expect with this foundation? So they went down there and surprisingly, the foundation for this second house was pretty legit. There were some beams that were like rotted, but not as much as the first one. However, the thing with this one, of all things to pop up, like all of us were like, what? Of all things to pop up, this one had termite issues, termite damage. And I had like an inspector, what do they call the fumigator, I think is what they're called, the bug people. I had a bug guy come and inspect it to like confirm, is it termites, is it not, what is it? So I had the bug guy come in, right? Obviously I had to pay for that inspection, so I had them come in, inspect it. They confirmed, yes, it is termites. And then I had to get like a foundation inspector come in and look at it and like give me a quote of how much it would be to fix it and what you would actually have to do to fix like the extensive repairs for that. Girl or boy, I don't know if who's watching, but the cost for that alone was gonna be a good 20 grand. And I was like, no, I barely have like 2 grand at this point because I'm paying for all these inspections. So I was like, no, I can't do it. God damn it. That one didn't work out, unfortunately. So I'm pretty sure you could tell at that point, like, this is the second house that I tried to get and it didn't work out. Like, I'm like heavily discouraged at this point. I'm like to the point of giving up, right? But it's not me. It's not me to just give up as much as, like, as depressed as I can get about a situation like that. It's just not in me to just give up, you know? Like, yeah, I feel like crap and I get depressed, which is normal, right? Like, I give myself time to pick myself back up to keep going. So technically I didn't give up, right? I rested, I guess you could say. I rested for a little bit, collected myself, and then I kept going. So that's what happened with the second house, unfortunately. You know what? That reminds me, we didn't actually end up getting a foundation inspection for the first house, but considering what they had to do with the second house, I'm pretty sure the first house would have been like maybe 30 grand or more to fix everything, because that one had the foundation and the attic issue. The second one, I was like, well, I didn't do it for the first one, I might as well try for the second one to get an actual foundation inspection. So you learn as you go, right? So yeah, that's what happened with the second house. Yeah. Now, a few weeks later, right? Almost a month later, because these people take their sweet time to return your earnest money. It's like, you don't take that long to take my money, but you take forever to give it back. So now, as of right now, as of me filming this, I am on my third house that I'm trying to get. The good thing is, right now, we're at the appraisal point, right? So we already passed all of the negotiation points and things like that, have the inspection done. Every house, by the way, if you guys are looking to get a house or things like that, just know right now, every house is going to have their issues. Unless you build your house from the ground up, like if you just buy an empty lot and just have it built brand new and then you're the first one to move in, then maybe it won't have issues like super old houses, but I mean, guaranteed it's still gonna have some issue, right? But in general, every house that you're gonna want to get, you're gonna want to look at, is going to have an issue or something you have to repair. There are some houses that they don't really have a lot, right, to repair, and other ones do, but just know, if anybody out there who's watching this is looking to purchase a house for the first time, every house is going to have an issue. Just have that mindset. Like, all right, this house is cool, but what's wrong with it? So with this third house, like I said, it had its issues. Excuse me. It wasn't as extensive as the other two, thank God. And it has the 3 bedrooms, right? It has 3 bedrooms, which I love. There's no rug anywhere, thank God, because I have 2 cats. If you have cats and rug, God bless you, because that's a lot to clean up. So it has all of the amenities, right? It has the fridge, stove, oven, microwave, washer, dryer, things like that. It has everything that I need and that I want. And I was like, it has to be this house. I was even telling my mom, because I'm over here frustrated. And my mom, when I showed her the picture of the house, she was like, Sentí algo aquí. Esta es la casa para ti. And I was like, you think so? I hope so, because like I just want a fucking home already. I just want my home. So this third house, I'm not gonna post pictures up on that one yet. I'll update you guys on the next one. This is so far the house that I've gone further in the process. Does that make sense? Because all the other ones, after inspection, that was it. After the inspection was done and I reviewed it, I was just like, no, I don't want it. This one, after the inspection, granted the inspection took longer for this one because there were some things we didn't have access to for some weird reason, but they gave us access to like a week later. So this one, after the inspection was done with this one, I was like, okay, these are my main concerns. And then my agent went to go get quotes to get estimates of how much everything is going to cost to fix the major issues. So this one, we went past that, right? We got the, what do they call it, counter offer? Or my new terms, my updated terms. Sent that to the seller. They took their sweet ass time, but they eventually responded. And they had initially agreed to what I was asking for, which is great. So since they did that, now we're at the appraisal point, which again is going to take maybe a week or two. I'll update you guys, I think, by the end of April, if not by May again, to see how the house stuff is going. But yeah, I think that's like the biggest major update that I had for you guys. There's like little stuff that happened. You know what though, as this process is moving along with the whole house thing, like I'm scared. I don't want to leave this apartment because of the location. Like, it's convenient. For me, it has been. Everything is close by that I need. Work isn't that far. Well, I mean, it's still a little far. But like, it's been convenient, obviously, right? And not only that, but it's just weird leaving because of all the memories that you had in a place. But when I really think about it, I'm like, well, this place had more bad memories than good memories, to be honest. If we want to get deep and personal, this place would have been where my body could have been found because of what I went through a few years ago. So yeah, I've had very dark, I guess, emotions or energies or whatever, memories here. I've had very dark memories here that I am very glad to get rid of. Also, this would be the last place that my ex's energy touched. So I'm going to be very grateful to not have that in my home. It's just weird, but then I think about like, this is like, I lived here when I got Zoe, right? I first moved in here the same year that my dad passed away. There's been so much tears that I've shed here. There's been so much emotions. And it's just weird leaving with all of that. A part of me feels like, oh, I'm leaving it behind. Isn't that weird? Why is that, I wonder? But then, like I said, another part of me is like, well, I can't wait to leave all the bad stuff behind because I don't want to take that with me. You know, like those memories can stay here. No, thank you. All the good ones, the fact of like, when I brought Zoe into my life, she saw this place for the first time. So like things like that, I'll be like, oh, it's gonna be so sad. But I am also very excited to have my babies, Nala and Zoe, in the house. You know what's funny? I'm not just getting the house for me, obviously. I mean, I'm the number one reason why I'm getting the house, right? But I'm also excited to get a house for like my babies, my cats, and little things that I would look at when I would go like house hunting or looking at places would be like the windows. My camera shut off because my battery died, so I put the one that's like constantly, I guess, charging the camera. What do they call them? Like a dummy battery you use them for like when you use particular cameras for streaming. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, when I would go house hunting or look for houses, I'd also pay attention to like little things that like my cats would like, for example. I know it's weird. I don't think a lot of people would even care to look at things like that. But one of the things I would look at are like the windows or like the window, what are they called? Windowsill? Window ledge? It's like the ledge and then the window kind of thing. That part, I'd look at that to see like, oh, is there enough space? Like if my cats want to jump on the ledge. Because Zoe loves to sit. Like, she sits like, it's weird, but she sits kind of like a human, sort of, where she like puts her patitas, her feet and her legs out. So she like sits on the window ledge and she's like perched up against the glass and just staring at the window. It's so cute. I would pay attention to things like that. I'm like, does it have a lot of windows? Is the ledge decent for my cats and stuff like that? If the ledge isn't, for some reason, I don't remember if this one even has ledges. But if it isn't, I can always like make a contraption where like they can sit or stand by the windows. Something like that. But like, I would pay attention to things like that when I would go look at the houses. Like, is it open? Is there a lot of windows? Is there a lot of light coming in? So like things like that I started paying attention to, or realizing when I would go look at houses. Like, I would have them in mind, right? Because like the house is mainly for me, obviously, but like I want to make sure my babies are gonna like it too. I'm very excited for this big step in my life, right? And of course I'm terrified as well, because how can you not be? Like, there's that whole leap of faith, you know? Right now I'm the Fool card, or the Fool, I guess. Taking that leap of faith. I don't 100% know how it's gonna turn out, but it's all for good. It's all for good reason, I suppose. It's all for growth, for change, something new. Usually new things can be a little terrifying, a little scary, but like, you're never gonna know how something goes or how something is gonna be until you actually do it or experience it, right? So that's where I'm at right now. There's like little things that happen here and there in my life, but I think the main thing that has been keeping me up at night has been the whole house stuff. But I just wanted to update you guys. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys like these vlog things. I know it's not like your typical vlog where like I take the camera and I just take you everywhere. These are my vlogs. This is gonna be my vlogs where I just like sit, chat, show some pictures every now and then, or videos of like what I'm trying to talk about, just so you have like a visual idea, you know? But I don't think I'm ever really gonna do a vlog where I actually physically take the camera and wherever I go. Yeah, I'm an introvert. I can't do that. It feels weird. Social anxiety. So that's it for me. If you like I said, if you like these kind of videos, let me know by liking this video, and also leave me a comment down below, just so I know, because like I said, they're usually pretty spread out. One, because I don't have major things to chat about. I mean, I can talk about whatever, don't get me wrong, but the thing is, I don't know if you guys would like for me to just chat about whatever that's not like divination related or tarot related. But let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, I'll just keep these like, you know, spread apart. Every now and then I'll do updates. But I like doing these because it's just like chatting, catching up, you know? Who doesn't like to chat and catch up? Or the chisme, that too. All right, I think that's it. Bye.